There we go. We were on... It's kind of interesting. I wonder what makes the blood droplet things... Oh, we're about 3/4 done with the first castle.
Okay.
Spoilers, it goes up to past 200%.
Right.
Just a little past, but... we go away and check your progress. We're halfway there to our Joseph's cloak of ghastly colors. So you may have noticed that I didn't actually add a whole lot of time compared to last time, even though I went and farmed up some gear. And that's because I had some stupendously good luck with stuff. Basically, I got a tip about the skull shield, so I have that. I'll show that off next. But the important one is that I went ahead and farmed up 2 Heaven Swords. And those are drops from... I've never ever gotten one of these before, because they're rare drops from that one-time enemy up in the clock tower.
So you basically fling it and it comes back to you?
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, and the coolest thing is that... Well, you have issues with these guys.
But yeah, because you're not able to sense.
But here's something you can do. If you hit the buttons for both of them at once, it does this crazy House of Flying Daggers nonsense.
That's
and
pretty neat.
yeah, it is about the coolest thing ever. So
it doesn't seem to cost me.
it's a 50 MP, but it's kind of a drop in the bucket at this point.
True.
Alright, so I have stuff to get down here now that I have the... Oh, what the... I think I need the... You can stand on these guys. Oh, that's great. I wonder if these guys drop anything. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, well, okay, that he wasn't dead. And fall gracefully, you know. I think even a Russian judge would give him a 9 point something. Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, you need to not get hit by their... It kind of looks like torpedoes.
Yeah. Oh, and that can critical hit.
Oh, very nice.
Good grief.
Especially with your weapons.
Right.
Nunchuck.
I wonder if there's an actual weapon, or if that's...
It should be.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember thinking that Dark Souls probably should have had nunchucks in them, because there's a glaring lack of a dex-based strike weapon. That seems to be the most logical fit for it.
Yeah, I can do that.
You always do like meteor hammers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've always been fond of in the Chinese call them soft weapons.
Right.
They're basically the ones that have, yeah, meteor hammers or 3 or 9 section staves, things like that.
Okay, good. Oh, hey, this works. Oh, it's so cool. Okay, what do we have? Potions. I should probably go back and get one of the frozen the snow cone girls for the oh, that's gonna be a problem. There we go. For the I think ice mail or whatever it's called, because that may come in handy later. Need a little bit more here too. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. So, oh, you can throw them while crouching. Good. So they're not foolproof, but. I noticed you get a couple of invincibility frames when the spell goes off, which is pretty neat. Yeah, maybe I should. Okay, there he is. There we are. And now that I'm down a little bit of health.
This thing, it's hard to get any like dramatic movement or anything. And you can't just cast a spell and get off your health.
Yeah, I really shouldn't be abusing Soul Steel. I'll try to be better about that.
Well, on the other hand, it's like, it is what you have.
Right. Yeah, part of the whole thing with the luck run is not being able to tempt the game with weapons and everything. Although I'm starting to get to that point with the crazy luck we're getting.
Right.
Yeah, I think that'll do it for that stuff. I don't know what's all the way there. And hey, Vex, did I mod the game to make it uglier? This is how it's always looked.
Yeah.
I did get a new plug-in for audio. Also, welcome aboard, folks. Hey, Grandma. Soul Steel. And I don't think that works quite as well. Now, I did grab a new plugin for audio because while I found out that I didn't realize this was a bug with the emulator, but I found out that this other way, that if you load state, sometimes it can cause a problem with the. And of course, I was using save state, so I didn't get too much XP while I was doing all this stuff. And I found out that, at least with this emulator, and this is EPSXE, that it causes the music to work, but not the audio if you load state in this game.
The sound.
Oh yeah,
or the sound effects.
Yeah, no, right. Yeah, the sound effects. I didn't go this way last time, so I can go this way. And we don't want a stinking dagger. And then it turns.
You basically got a dagger.
Right. Whoops, darn. And it turns out that. Oh, there's something up here. And where was I? That oh yeah, and it turns out that I thought it was a plug-in issue, but no, it's just a flaw with the emulator. So that was that. And so I got a new. So I had to get a new audio plug-in, and it works better. But yeah, I haven't done anything with the video. Man, one-shotting these guys. So I'll grab that. But yeah, so when I those of you that aren't on something awful, I posted this on with the thread update or with the post update. But I was going to mention it for those of you that didn't see it this way. But I'm using 2 Heaven Swords, and you need to have 2 of them in order to do the House of Flying Dagger stuff. And yeah, and there was almost a moment just like poking my head up into a spear. I saw the guy knock 2 arrows and then jumped up in the middle of after the first one anyway. But
so is the flinging the sword what it does?
Yeah, this is the normal attack, and you need 2 Heaven Swords to do that. Well, to give you an idea of how absurdly rare these things apparently are, when I googled for it, and of course there's this IGN thing, which I'm pretty sure is a repost of the GameFAQs article already. Vex is also an SA member, but just illiterate. Hey, we don't judge here, But yeah, it was when I googled after that. And
this is really suspicious looking.
Thank you, Fairy. I forgot she did that.
A suspicious-looking bandana.
Yeah, she's supposed to point out. She's supposed to float to breakable walls and stuff, and then point them out to you.
But in that case, she did it after you.
I've already seen it, right? Anyway, but it was a.
This looks really suspicious.
But yeah, it was a GameFAQs thing, so I went ahead to Google for it to find out, to verify that it was. Yeah, Bex, the voice acting is cringeworthy, yeah. Another javelin. It reminds me, I tried the nunchucks after we're done with the Heaven Swords. Yeah, so I go ahead and Google for Castlevania SotN Heaven Sword to verify that it's the enemy we're all thinking of. And where am I going after this anyway? Next step would be.
You're not getting to that room. It's just that one room that you can't get to.
No, that's not. There's nothing there. I guess
there's that part in the middle there.
Well, there's a gap, in the next back up here. So I guess I'll check that out first. But yeah, so anyway, so it's a hit on GameFAQs for. It's like, hey, I've killed this guy 100 times. Why is he only dropping flamberges? Which is funny in this case because I didn't actually get one of those. I didn't actually get his common drop, but I got the Heaven Swords back to back, and in a short enough time span from when I started, the entire thing shows up in one 5-minute capture of on Shadow Play. The record lasts 5 minutes. So, like I said in the thread, please don't hate me. If you've ever tried to farm that and have the same luck as that one poor guy, and then I just walk up and get it all in 3 minutes.
Well, as part of that does have to be that you do have an absurd amount of luck. So, hey, Sway.
Oh, OMG, how annoying. Yeah, Twitch can be bad about that. Okay, so We have done... obviously, we can go fight Richter. We need to meet Maria one more time, and that's in the top left. So we need to go... We haven't done the catacombs yet. Where are those?
Then what's that at the lower right-hand corner?
What's over there? Oh, that's the telescope. Yeah, I might as well grab that and hit the teleporter to find out where to go. Go after that. Oh, so we're gonna trap the nunchucks. Now that I've let's do one more Heaven Sword spam for posterity and then kind of rub it in on all the unfortunate folks. You need to be like me. I've never actually seen this thing before. That's not quite what I had in mind. There we go. Nah.
That's okay, you still have flowers to use.
Yeah, that's true. Alright. Next up. There we are. There we go. Oh, that's so good. Okay. Let's switch to the Skull Shield, because I've never actually used that before either. And where would that be? Probably... I guess further near the bottom.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty much near the bottom.
Oh, while I was out, the flying Medusa, the gold Medusa heads, I think, dropped some life apples for me.
So that's something the fairy uses to heal you?
Yeah, it looks that way.
Yeah, the Skull Shield and the Nunchuck are right there.
Okay.
Down. Oh,
Skull Shield. Yeah, there it is. I don't think that's a knight's crest. Unless it's like a freaking metal death knight, you know. Nunchucks. Oh, nunchucks.
There.
Oh, nunchucks are two-handed.
Oh.
Well.
Oh, so it's a two-handed thing.
And those aren't nunchucks, those are tonfa. You can watch his hands. You know. Somebody needs to turn in their freaking Ninja Turtles, license. Oh. There we go.
I can only imagine that that's kind of similar, although even more egregious. And the people who have the katana and then call them ninja swords.
Right. you're at least in the ballpark. You're at least talking about a sword.
Whereas this one, it's like nunchucks are just tonfa on chains, right?
Right.
It's like, no, they're absolutely nothing alike, except they're both made out of wood.
Oh, you talked to the hand me there.
You did not respect that.
Well, respect this. I don't know if he even drops anything good, but oh, we've got a mist gateway we can go through. Oh, we've already done that. Oh, that's how you get the jewel knuckles and stuff, without doing it early.
Huh.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and check this stuff out down here. Just to get it ID'd off of our completion percentage, nothing else. And... oh, there's a bird nesting there. Good for you, bird.
I wonder if we can romance it.
Alucard may be very pretty, but he is not a hotiful boyfriend.
Huh.
That's obviously the merman, the ferryman, but I'm not sure what he's doing out there.
Well, he's Rome.
Well, yes, but I mean, but
I can tell pretty
well. I should amend, wherefore, he roweth. Ben points out that bird did not look like a pigeon; it looked like an albatross, Okay, we have a teleporter way up top, so yeah, just breeze through that. Gravity boots, sweet. Okay. Interesting, you can go straight from an animal form to mist form. That's pretty cool. I'm so tired of accidentally doing that. I have not found a way to calibrate these controllers either. It's like there's like a dead zone or something that you just can't do any. Okay, I think I'm going to swap out the...
Well, what does it do? Oh, it just disappears. Well. Huh.
Clearly, this guy's using D&D rules where if he's going to lose tax opportunity. They attack at a fairly brisk, rate,
Even if they are not, in fact, nunchucks.
Right.
I am not going to be able to get over that.
Right. And also, why does it make that clang clang sound?
Yeah, it's like whether they're nunchucks or tonfa, there isn't enough metal to go with a clink clink sound.
Right.
So.
Grandma says that's what happens when he plays, the PS3 version with the Sony controller too. Well, this is the Rock Candy 360 controller. Hey, Flython. Everything's so garishly dressed. Oh well, let's get something a little more dapper for you. How about Ghost? And I can also equip. Oh, I've got it. Yes, even more. And back to. Oh, talk about garishly dressed. Let's do this. Oh, I can't. Well, okay, but let's do that later.
Way to ruin the surprise.
Yeah. I should have realized that he can't exactly make that jump.
Right.
Okay, so that puts me there. That's where if I want to fight Richter, that's where I would be.
Right.
Thing is, the hallway where Maria is on the far left, I think that's where you have to go to get the glasses from her. But you can do that with the bat, but I'd want to do it with the proper way with the spike armor. Let's figure out how to get to that area, kind of in the middle, a little to the left. So I'm guessing I'd warp to
the lower left teleporter.
Yeah, the first teleporter. I was wondering why I was taking so much damage. I still had the Alucard mail on. And yeah, I want full, at the risk of quoting. I said Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. In Tropic Thunder. I want full Alucard to farm, and I forgot to switch the armor back off. Hey, P-Bug.
Hello there, P-Bug. Yes, you are among friends.
By which I mean nunchucks. Okay, all the way up here and then to the right.
If you can.
Oh, another Bastillard. Oh, okay. Also, we have to go around.
Bloody zombies.
So try that with a Cockney accent. Bloody zombies. Actually, you've been, obviously with your broken leg, you haven't done it in a while, but Ben's subscribed to that Zombies Run thing. I'm pretty sure somebody's thrown out a bloody zombie at some point. Or zombs, I think they called them in that.
Yep.
Shield potion. Cannot be used to give you a shield. Anything there? No, that's the other side. Okay. Well, let's find out what's this way. Remind myself to backstep too. Need to do that more.
Faster.
I don't know if it actually does, but I need to remember to use it in combat more often.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? There's at least less damage to my heart supply if I keep screwing up when I'm using the watch.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's Cthulhu. Hey.
So that's why you never went that way. You kept thinking.
Right. Go get him, Ghost. Oh! See, we're evenly matched. I'm kind of disappointed Cthulhu didn't drop anything. And again, I guess I'm more disappointed in the fact it's not actually Cthulhu.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly, Ben. That ain't Cthulhu. Sir, I know Cthulhu. And you, sir, are no Cthulhu. Alright, time for some ghost on ghost violence here. Oh, I'm human spook. Oh, there we go, yep. You should do enough damage now to one-shot the ghosts. Okay, so this whole thing is just going to get me caught up to, yeah. Yep.
Well, it's still nice to complete it.
True. So, those of you that have... yeah, or as Ben put it, Sir, I know Cthulhu, I dreamed of Cthulhu, you've been going this cold. And you, sir, are no Cthulhu. Oh, nerd. Okay. There we are. Excellent. Oh, he dropped a thing.
Oh,
fire boomerang.
Huh.
But what if I lit this boomerang on fire?
More warg sounds.
Something tells me you wouldn't want it to come back in that case. Ooh. Ouch.
Yeah, you explode them pretty good.
There's a pretty good damage now, yeah. Okay, so...
They're totally not nunchucks.
Right. Okay, so this will take us back up, and then pretty much back to where we were, the other side of the caverns. So... let's see, where do we go next? I'm trying to think of where the catacombs are. Well, I'm going to head towards the cathedral and explore that stuff. Those of you that remember where the catacombs are before I have to go back on the exploring binge, point that out to me. Lore exit. Plate lore, not to be confused with the bull, the Duke. Yeah, you know, well, I'm waiting for like a fork knight or something, you know, to have to deal with. I'll keep one through here, keep one up. Oh, we can also do this now.
Indeed.
Oh, it's another mallet for the fairy to shriek Baka and bop Alucard with. She uses those things instantly. It's really annoying. I don't know how many hammers I had, but by the time I was done dealing with the golden Medusa heads, you know, to kill the cloaked knight, I don't have any of them left. Well, I've got one now.
Well, maybe you should have just been, you know, a little bit better at not getting hit with Medusa heads. Well,
the problem was I couldn't remember where he was, so I thought he was behind the door you had to crank the gears, you know, to get into. That is a lot of worthless leather shields I just got. So I figured I had to do all that stuff first. So I was exposed to a lot more Medusa than I was normally planning to. There we go. No, I've never actually hit anybody with this. Jeez.
Not bad.
Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, also... Hey, Phoenix. Oh, he dropped it.
Oh, hey there, Phoenix.
Yeah, I love when your luck is powerful enough to actually get them to drop sub-weapons. Like, yeah, I guess he did drop an axe. That's kind of what I asked for. Of course, Alucard doesn't actually use axes. Kind of disappointing.
Yeah. Then again, I guess the animation would be kind of a pain.
From here, we go...
But again, maybe not, because the spirit people have a weapon that swings in front of them, so...
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it would be too weird.
Right. Okay. And this was a... This was not a safe. Ah, this was a locked door. This was one below. If we're going to church, we better bring our holy water along.
Usually that's provided, actually.
That's why I said the floating skull will drive her nuts. Well, you know. We know he's a friend, so it doesn't distract me. That being said, if you want to switch back to the fairy or the sword, let me know. Oh, it's so much fun to just smash right through these guys now. Also, I bet I can go up here and then go right. Oh, yeah, people are even saying that you can do that once you're done once you have the ability to fly, right?
Or the icon.
Right. Well, I think you need the bat to get to...
Well, you don't need it for this.
Ah, they're familiar. Well, let's go ahead and try out our new bat. Bat card. Someone's bat familiar. Oh, yeah, I think he has the wings are the same color as the cape you're wearing.
Should, yeah.
So let's go ahead and...
Oh, that's right, he doesn't. It's only the one that you turn into that does.
Oh, right.
Got hit.
Yeah,
I love that little heart that it gives.
And the
What
question
a
mark. Oh, Sway said she just keeps expecting me to land on him and get hurt, but to look like you're running away from him. Yeah, it's true. Hey, Alucard, the castle's haunted, didn't you know?
Ghosts!
Grandma's talking about the Axe Knight sounds. Hey, I like him, you know. That reminds me, next time I have a good opportunity to, I need to just put on the Axe Knight armor. So we're going this way, right?
No, you're wrong.
Well, yes. Correct.
I was actually expecting you to say, "Oh, right." Or something.
All right, so then we're going to, yeah. If I can't think of anything else, I may just go ahead and try to get through the. So the problem with the spiked, thing is if you miss once, you start getting comboed backwards by the spikes, and you're almost certain to die. So yeah, let's start exploring. Okay, so I already got that. I guess I'll just go into bat form and start,
filling it in.
Yep. Oh. That's cool. Let's find out what it does. Here. Magic missile. You cast it at the darkness. Okay, yep. Here's a shuriken, okay. And an Ankh of Life. I'm getting mixed...
which protects you from exactly one simple card.
I'm getting mixed religious signals, especially with that TNT. Oh, I haven't actually been...
Do you have to...
Earn it.
Oh, so yeah, you have to go
all the way to the edge.
That's frustrating.
Okay, we got that one. No, we didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Right. Okay, so let's get these last two, and then I'll have to recharge my MP. I wasn't planning on 100%ing in the maps, and I'm probably not going to. Just some kind of...
But you might as well fill in the...
Right. I kind of thinking about how to... about where to go next. Because the thing is, it's like, the catacombs aren't actually on the map. So I don't, they're not going to low state. Oh, poor dudes. Not even a threat anymore.
Yeah, going back to what you were talking about, it actually makes a lot of sense to have the different random religions in here, if you remember that this was originally in Japan.
True.
Because the one thing that I've always been kind of amused by...
Oh, now there's a stained glass, thing I need to have on there.
I love how the badges kind of looped around them for a little bit.
Right.
But, yeah, I was always kind of amused at the fact that, they had a couple of periods of just being completely, off their rocker, like pretty much every other nation did. But they became such syncretists that to this point, I'd argue that they really just don't understand, at least to the extent that a lot of people in the West did, the idea of religion being exclusive.
Right.
Like, I'm still amused at the fact that for the longest time, and still to this day, there's a belief that, if you're a hardcore Buddhist, then you do believe in the kami of the Shinto religion, but you believe that they need the Buddha too.
Mm-hmm.
And you have all of these interactions where every religion is kind of incorporated to an extent.
Right.
So, with that in mind, it's like, you have your Ankh of Life, because it kind of means the same thing, right?
So it doesn't attack the way that that's a pretty fast swing for one of those club weapons.
Right.
Alright, let's get ready to... I always love the backswing on those. Deadra Spirit, there we are. There we are. Okay. Then there's a save point. I guess I'll pick the one down there and then go try out the spike room.